and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and I did it again, didn't I? Leaned in too far, trying to find the actual strings to get it sorted out here. Um, this one is number BS 199007, and this is 16 strings. It is it's actually really easy. It's I don't know how to just okay. So there's elements of having to make sure that you change directions, right? That makes, in my mind, that automatically puts it into intermediate. However, there's a lot of long straight rows. There's the where you change the directions are relatively pretty simple. There's a lot of areas where you don't even bother to do any kind of a zigzagging or anything like that. So there is kind of a lot going on here, and yet it all just felt kind of simple. Obviously, I went with different colors than we did on the pattern, but that's okay. That's allowed, right? Um, and this one actually has, I don't remember. A while back, we did a video where I said the blues felt flat. This one has the blue that really pops out. And when I was going through the trolley looking for colors and I saw that blue, I'm like, yeah, that's the one I want. I want that. Um, if I were doing this differently, I might switch around the two blues. I kind of went with the way that the pattern was. And um, so the lighter blue is sort of on the outside. And I thought I would just kind of run with that. Um, but after, like, now that I have it in my hand, in case you're wondering, you see it? It is really pretty, and it makes the blue pop in a way. But I think I might have liked it more if I had traded them around, had the darker on the outside, because you have the darker red is on the outside. So yeah, that's it's here nor there. It's just a maybe wouldn't it be cool if kind of thing. So yeah. Um, but yeah, because there's a lot of long straight rows, it does go really, really quickly. And that's kind of awesome. I don't remember exactly how long it took, but I know it was faster than, say, yesterday's or some of the other ones. It's just so much easier. And then there's a little bit of like playing around trying to do the segmenting based on the fact that because it links together, you kind of have to do some of the little segments like this right here, like bringing the red in so that way the blue can come all the way down. Little things like that will make it go easier, faster. Um, but that said, I mean, as long as you can like kind of look ahead and kind of see what's happening, or maybe you just watch this video and see how I do it because I'm all about that stuff, right? Um, but yeah, it definitely makes this go by a whole lot quicker. So, and again, if I do the left side, I stay to the left side, and then I go to the right side. I trade off like that a lot. I don't know if you guys caught it. It was in a video here not too long ago where I had the epiphany of where that even comes from. And that is back when I lived in Detroit area, I would go down to the heart of the city and I would make bracelets outside, like sitting down. I don't think I could do it anymore. I think my back is hurting me now. I'm in a nice comfy chair. Um, but yeah, I would sit on in Hart Plaza and I would have a clipboard with me and I would just make bracelets. And with the wind blowing, the strings would kind of get a little bit tangled. So it was more efficient if you'd already hit a side to keep staying to that side because you already had those strings sorted. And yeah, it's stuck with me all these years later. And I still swear by it. I still think that as far as um, if you're looking for efficient ways of doing it. I know, like in my mom's era, there was that whole stitch in time saves nine or something. I don't know what that even really means, but I guess it works because yeah, there's little elements like this that yeah, it just goes. It's a little. It's not super fast. You're not going to save hours making a bracelet, but if you do all the little tricks, segmenting, uh, staying to one side when possible, you do all that stuff, you might carve off 10, 15 minutes. So, you know, I don't, is that great? It's okay, right? It's not like a deal breaker, but I mean, if you're trying to get a bunch done in a day, that's still pretty awesome. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think in the comments. Tell me, you know, is saving 10 minutes really worth it to you? Because I'm a little bit curious. It just, why is the light? Oh, it's my monitor reflecting on my Legos over here. I keep getting a flickering light that's distracting the heck out of me, and I couldn't figure out what it was. As I have Legos over here, and the monitor is doing things to it. So yeah, it's supposed to look like the coffee bean and tea leaf front counter. It's really cute. I should probably move that though, because if that's gonna constantly distract me, that's probably no good. But yeah, look at these nice long rows, right? This is just, it just makes it go so nice and quick. And then it does like this weird thing in the middle, which I was like initially kind of concerned with, kind of thought that that was going to be the part that might hang me up. But that turned out to not be difficult either. This, as far, it's still intermediate, right? But this is an easy intermediate, right? So, I mean, we've had some harder ones this week, ending it with a kind of simple one, which kind of like that. I like when it is a bit easier. So yeah, I think I don't know if you saw there was a pause. I think the strings got kind of wrapped around the other part, and if you end up pulling that tight, you can end up with a knot in your strings. And as you're pulling it through your fingers, those little knots, they just don't feel good. It's just like a boop every time it goes by. So yeah, I hate that. Um, so yeah, if I can avoid it, I do. Um, else can I really tell you? So this is the end of the week, right? This is us going out on a Friday, and yeah, we got new stuff coming for next week. Got bag making tomorrow for the live stream. So yeah, lots of stuff going on. Kind of exciting. Can't wait. So yeah, here's the red is going to come in, and this is again, it's a little bit weird because the red comes in and it makes a little extra something. I don't know. What would you call that? There's a little something right there in the middle, but it's kind of cool. And this is how I dealt with it, right? I brought the dark ones in so that way that I could bring the pink all the way over to do its thing. That way I could bring the red in and do the little bump out. Like I said, really worked out ways of trying to make it easier on myself. And yeah, very distracted making it. I was definitely watching a variety of different things going on. I'm fascinated with the news going on in America. Um, just so many things happening at all the time. So yeah, I've just watched a bunch of random videos. I've been meaning to get back to other fun things, on Netflix or whatever, but there's just endless supplies of other stuff to watch. So I've been just distracted. Yeah. Yeah, see, there's zigzag knots in there. That was the black one went to the end and shot forward, and the black one will go again, and the dark blue one does a thing to send in the light blue one first. Um, but it's not that bad, guys. I like this one. This is fun. I don't I think I mentioned during the pattern making, this one might not work out as well for a bag because if you try to join two of these together, um, like the dark red and the light blue imply that the diamonds went beyond their borders. So when you bring in do you double this up or you try to, how many ever times around you're going to do like a bag, um, it breaks that illusion. And yeah, it's just a thing. It's, you know, and yes, obviously I look at all my patterns and like, would this make for an interesting, big project? And sometimes, yeah, sometimes I see things in it and I think, ooh, I want to do something with that. This was not one of those cases. So, and despite the fact that it would be relatively simple, I really think that that break of the illusion thing, the way that they would come together, the way it would look, um, yeah, I just don't think it would be great. Is all. And you want to prove me wrong, go make it and show off what you did. You know, tag me. I'd love to see it. Um, you know. Oh, we are way past the halfway point. Thank you to my Patreon supporters as well as my YouTube members for making tutorials and these make videos possible. I say it all the time. Can't do it without you guys. I really do appreciate it all. Um, trying to my best to help make the channel something kind of awesome. So thank you guys very, very much for it. It really means a lot to me. So thank you. Thank you. All right. So yeah, here's again, like we did before, got to bring in the red just a little bit, bring this out to bring the blue down. Oh, that's another thing you could do differently with this one is you could change up the directions because like on this, the the blues, the longer part are both sort of facing to the same side. You could flip that again and make that different. So that way, I don't think most people will notice, especially if you're wearing it. But to somebody like me, I would totally notice, like, oh, look at that. You actually, flipped it or whatever. It's just a possibility. It's just something you can try. Um, you know, I always when it comes to all the possibilities, the like having possibilities always amuses me. It always is fun. So yeah. Oh, and this is again one of those. Okay, so we talked about the fact that long straight rows makes it really quick and easy to be able to do it, right? So that's one. But secondly, we have it where the pattern doesn't repeat an awful lot, so that too makes it feel quick. So that's kind of awesome. And you can see I kind of worked out like got more to the left hand side, and a lot of that had to do with trying to uh, get because like normally like I would bring down the pink and then I brought down the red. I was trying to finish out this part here to make it so that way the segmenting and getting the blue, to where it needs to be. That was kind of why I jumped from one to the other. And here I just took advantage of the fact that yeah, go ahead and bring the light one down. Yeah, it was fun. It's a cool thing. I mean, I would wear this. I would totally rock this. I love the colors. Yeah, and then see, brings out the part of the red so the blue can join up. There's really, like I said, there's not a whole lot to it. Like once the blue diamond is done, the red comes down and around that, and then there's one dark row that kind of closes it off, which is awesome. So not sure that there's anything else I could say that definitively would help make this any easier or better. Just trying to, keep it balanced, keep the lines rows straight, keep your tension nice. But yeah. Yeah, so then the red comes out and then the grays will come in like a chevron. Then the reds will come in like a chevron, and then another gray will come in. It's awesome, right? Like that just makes it go quick. I love it. And you kind of, I don't know if you can tell by this, it's I am probably picking up steam at this point. Like this is the part where I like, ooh, I know I'm getting close to the end. I get a little excited. And it's probably why I didn't advance it up any further because it's so close to the end anyways. But yeah, normally I don't like to work so far away from the clip. Yeah. Yeah. There's the red. Say we're getting close to the big reveal. And yeah, we gotta say thank you guys for hanging out this long. It really does help out a lot. You have no idea. It is pretty awesome. Oh, if you haven't already, hit like on the video, right? Can you please? That'd be helps a lot. It's I know that's I I've seen statistics that says that every time you ask that, people are like, done watching the video. But it really does help out, guys. It doesn't cost anything, so if you could, that'd be awesome. All right, here comes the actual end of this thing. So before the time runs out, let me just say thank you again, and don't get your strings in a bunch.